Yes, good afternoon. My name is Molly Nikolic, and I'm here to do the Real Women of Philadelphia, the cream cheese cooking contest. This afternoon I would like to make for you a beef stroganoff. I'd like to do it in the Russian style. The recipe was given to me partially by a friend of mine who's a professor at Russian at the University of Wisconsin who named Lydia. And this recipe is her great-grandmother's recipe. So first of all, what you need to do is you need beef. You need fine, good quality beef. You need filet beef. And we need 2 pounds of it. We need it to be cut into strips about 2 inches by 1 inch. And so it's simply a very easy matter of slicing the beef like so, and then slicing it maybe in half or in lengths. So we've got our beef right here. The next thing we need to do is we need onion. We need 1 whole large onion. Now I personally find that if I cut my onion in half, it is easier to work with. Then we are going to proceed with this by by melting 2½ tablespoons of butter, which we have right here, in a skillet. This skillet right here will work out quite nicely. Then we want to also, as that is melting, we would like to saute some mushrooms, about ½ pound, sliced. And that I really actually have done over here. I did it earlier, a few minutes ago. So that will be incorporated into the product at the end of the production. So as our butter is melting here, we will simply add our beef carefully, and we add our sliced onion again carefully, and just kind of work it together. Let it cook nicely, let it get browned. Yes, now when our meat is nicely browned and our onions are limp, we want to then incorporate our mushrooms into this. And then we want to put all of this into the reserve skillet we have over here, simply to let things relax for a moment, so we can get on with the sauce portion of the dish. Now that we've gotten our meat into the resting pan, we need to brown our flour. Just plain regular flour that you use for just about anything. Then the next thing we need to do is we need to add 1 tablespoon of mustard. Now, you add the mustard here like so, quite nicely. And to this, then you also add 1 cup of, 1½ cups of, or 2 cups, I'm sorry, of beef bouillon. And you bring that actually off the fire a little bit. Add it slowly in, let it get nicely incorporated to make a nice sauce. Now the next thing we need to do is to put all of our flour, all of our liquid in here, all of our thing, and we need to bring this to a boil. So bring it back onto the stove and let it come up to the boil. And just kind of whip it around like that. Now when it comes to a boil, I would say bring it up to the temperature of high. Okay, now as you can see, we've got our, after whisking for a few minutes and letting it come to the boil, we really do want it to come to the boil quite nicely, because that'll cook the flour and blend in the mustard. And you can see that we have a nice rolling boil now. The next step, after we've gotten our sauce prepared, is to continue with our sauce. What we need to do is we need our 2/3 of a cup of cream cheese. Put it into a larger bowl and mix it quite nicely. Now slowly add your last cup of beef bouillon to this. Very slowly, to put it all over the kitchen. Now, what we want to do now is we want to put this sauce into here. And whisk it in. Oops, this in here like so. Put this back over here and whisk it together. Put it back on the heat just a little to get things incorporated nicely. Then we shall put it all together in here. And I think we're ready for this now. Simply combine the two, bring this one, over here. Slowly add it, let it come together. I'll put this here, bring this over here, and let it just gently simmer for a moment or two so the sauce gets a chance to thicken. And as you can see, it's beginning to come to the boil now. Just let it boil down just a little bit. We don't want to get it too thick or excited. Then, of course, the next thing you have to do, which I would hope that you would have done earlier, is to boil your noodles. And, of course, you add your noodles to salted and a little oiled water, boil them for about 12 minutes, and drain them, plate them on your plate, and pour this beautiful sauce over this beautiful meat. Beautiful filet with mushrooms and onions and cream cheese. Philadelphia cream cheese makes everything marvelous. So soft and oomphy. Just very wonderful and desirable. The sauce is thickening. Gently stir it. Gently stir it. Turn it down just a little so we do not have a flood. Now it is actually at this time that if you'd like to add a little more salt and pepper, you actually should take a spoon and taste things. Doesn't need it. At least in this case, anyway. For my taste, it's quite fine. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to plate our stroganoff. Bring this over here. Our plate. Get our noodles, which are right here waiting for us. Let's see what we do like so. See how they're light and fluffy when you put a little bit of oil in the water? It's just lovely. Put some noodles down on your plate, making a little nest. Then we're going to do the same thing for our sauce. We're going to take a big spoon and carefully bring our saucepan over here. Get some of our finer pieces like so. Get some of the mushrooms and onions. A little more of the sauce so it swims a little bit. And there you have a beautiful beef stroganoff. Next we want to take it to the table to enjoy. So come, let's go to the table. Stroganoff time. Napkin in place and fork ready. As the Russians would say, bon appetit to your good health. Heaven on a plate. Absolutely fine. This is Molly Nikolic. I thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy my work and enjoy the product of Philadelphia cream cheese working is so lovely in this wonderful, wonderful stroganoff.